I had one job at that dinner table, say the right thing, and I looked him dead in the eye and said the wrong one. So my wife had been coaching me for the entire 45-minute drive to her grandfather's house. She was going through it like a pregame speech. Just agree with him. Just laugh at his jokes. Just let him talk. Do not, and she said this part twice, do not argue with him about anything. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat nodding like, yes, understood. I am a grown man who can get through one dinner without causing an international incident. We pull up to this house, and when I say house, I want you to understand I mean a structure that has a name. Like people gave this building a name the way you name a ship. And there are cars in the driveway that cost more than my first 2 apartments combined, and I straightened my collar and told myself, just be cool, just be agreeable, this is her family, this matters. We get inside, everybody is warm and nice, the food is incredible, and then her grandfather sits down at the head of the table, and the whole room shifts slightly. The way a room shifts when the person who owns everything in it decides to speak, and he starts talking. And he is, I will be honest, a genuinely interesting man, built something from nothing, real story, real work. I respected it. And then he said the thing. He made a claim, specific claim, about a business decision, a public one, something that had been in the news, something I actually knew about, because I had read 3 separate pieces on it that week, and the whole table nodded. And my wife tapped my knee under the table, which was the signal we had agreed on, the signal that meant, just nod, and let it go. I nodded. He kept going, built on the claim, got more confident, looked right at me because I was the newest person at the table, and new people are supposed to be the most impressed, and he said, what do you think? And my wife's hand moved from my knee to my thigh and applied pressure, which was an upgraded signal meaning I am begging you with my entire body. I looked at him, I looked at my wife, I looked back at him, and I said, respectfully, sir, I don't think that's exactly what happened, and I laid it out, calmly, with sources, not to embarrass him, just because I physically could not let something incorrect sit on the table in front of me like it was food. The whole room went silent the way rooms go silent when someone drops something irreplaceable on a hard floor. He stared at me for a long moment, long enough that I could feel my fife calculating the distance to the nearest exit, and then he leaned back in his chair, looked around the table, and said, finally, someone's who actually reads. He talked to me for the rest of the night, ignored everyone else, pulled me aside after dinner, asked me what I did, asked me what I thought about 4 other things, shook my hand at the door with both of his hands, and told my wife she picked a sharp one. My wife did not speak to me in the car for the first 10 minutes. Then she grabbed my hand and said, I can't believe that worked. And I said I wasn't trying to make it work. I just couldn't let it go. She said she knew. And that's actually why she married me. Some rooms want you to be agreeable. Some rooms are waiting to see if you're real.